Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today's show is being brought to you by Marilyn Hildred, your Allstate agent, located at 730 North Britton Road. The telephone number is 8430811. Marilyn said Merlin has asked me to tell you that it doesn't make any difference what kind of insurance that you need. She can satisfy that need. Why don't you call her on Monday at 8430811? Mr. Gates is open, ready to give you that haircut so you can go to the Oklahoma State Fair or anywhere else you want to go looking good. Gates Barber Shop is located at 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hometown is open 24 hours for your convenience. Located at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Open 24 hours for your convenience. Today's program is a very special program, and if you notice, I want you to know who's making this program possible. You might have a minute that you would like to call Merle. You might want to call you might want to call Hometown Gates Barbershop, Dr. A.L. Dow, located at 934 Northeast 8th Street, who's an optometrist. The telephone number is 2350536. Johnson Shadina's celebrating 35 years of service and dedication. Johnson Shardina's is located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 424-4656. Leo's Barbecue is a place where Charles say you can have your cake and eat it too. You can also get some delicious barbecue. Leo's Barbecue is located at 3631 North Kelly in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You don't have to call. Just go by and order the barbecue that you want. Rollins Realty Company is waiting now to serve you. You don't have to stay in an apartment. You don't have to rent. You can buy. Call Vivian or Jackie at 427-8000. Jackie or Vivian at 427-8000. Today's program is a very special program because this program is a promise that I have to keep. I had promised Lola Greer that I would not dedicate her program. I would like to dedicate a program to her. And she told me not to do it until after her death. Today at 11 o'clock, Oklahoma City will say goodbye to Miss Lola Greer. The funeral services will be held at the East 6th Street Christian Church, 1139 Northeast 6th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I want you to listen very carefully because I promised Lola that I would do exactly what she wanted me to do. She didn't like fanfare. But there were so many things that we wanted to do for her, and she said, Clara, just wait. And someday you can tell the world about me. I'm going even further today because I'm going to give you an opportunity to call me at 672-1220 and tell me what you know about Lola Greer. I know last night a large number of Zetas gathered at Ross Funeral Home to pay their final tribute as a sorority to one of its founders, Lola Greer. I can hear the roll call by Mrs. Eva M. Officer. And when she got to the name Lola Greer, the bacillus, Dr. Freddie Cudjoe knocked 3 times as custom. I can still remember the sorority hymns and the melodious voice of Emma June Green. That prayer by Betty Noakes warmed our hearts. And then there were tributes that were paid to Mrs. Greer by the regional director of the Zeta Phi Beta sorority, Lillian Maroney, the Oklahoma State director, Flora Hamlin, one of the past members of the board of directors of the National Zeta Phi Beta sorority, Willie Rose. And they gave me an opportunity as a past bacillus to pay a special tribute to Lola Greer. Yes, Emma June Green sang, "I've done my work," as only Emma June can do it. A sister singing for another sister. Remarks are outstanding, and they will echo through the pages of history. You may call me at 672-1220 because our program today is Let's Talk About Lola B. Greer. Well, it's fair time in Oklahoma City, and I would like to thank all of you for coming to the fair. You don't know how happy I've been the past week and a week and a day, because I've had an opportunity once again to see friends, students, well-wishers. And today I would like to thank all of you that have visited the Oklahoma State Fair. I would like to especially visit those of you that came to CP's Catfish, Miss Maryland's Gumbo, Miss Maryland's Beans and Rice, and today we are running a contest to see what food would the fair goers really like. Do they like catfish, CP's Catfish, better than they do Miss Maryland's Gumbo or Miss Maryland's Beans? Well, I know one thing, that Clara Luper's lemonade is one of the fastest selling items at the fair. And Reverend Boone came to the booth last night with some yellow lemonade. And Reverend Boone said in his melodious voice, "I want some Clara Luper's lemonade. I want to compare the lemonades." And when he compared the lemonades, he jumped up and down and said, "Clara Luper's lemonade is number 1. I want you to call me today, because this is your day. This is your opportunity. And I will have mine near the close of the hour." Clara Luper?
Good morning, Clara Luper, and hello to the radio audience. I want to tell you how I knew Lola Greer. Lola Greer was my soror. She was also the founder of the Chi Zeta chapter of the Zeta Phi Beta sorority of Oklahoma City. She, along with several others who deceased before she. So that's why I was just so happy that I was a part of Lola's life the entire time that I was in sorority doing her tenure and during the times that she was there with us. I don't remember any Saturday that I'd go to the meeting when Lola was not there. She came when she was able, and then when she was not able, she had others to bring her. And I remember one year that I wanted to present a teen program for our sorority. And I carried the program and I presented it to the chapter, and the chapter voted it down, and it was Lola Greer. And also Matty Jaux, who stood on the floor and says, we're going to accept this program. You haven't seen it, you haven't heard it, you're voting on something that you have not seen nor heard. And as of today, we still have the program, Miss Merry Christmas. One thing about Lola, if you needed help, all you would have to do is tell Lola if you needed help. And she knew only if you needed some special help and help for educational advancement, she was always willing to give it. And when I visited Lola one day at the hospital, when she first went to the hospital, because when she had some special things to do, she would always say, lady, I want you to do this, and I want you to do that, and I want you to do the other. And I would always do those things. So I went to the hospital to visit Lola on this particular day, and when I got ready to leave, she said, lady, wait, I want you to do something for me. I turned around and came back, and I knew she was going to say, hand me a drink of water, but that wasn't what she asked. She said, I want you to see to it that when I pass, that my burial ceremony of the Zeta Phi Beta sorority will be carried out according to the national book and as printed. And I tried to tell her, Lola, you know, that's not my responsibility because I am not the president. She repeated her statement. Then when I told her again that the other things that she was telling me she wanted to do, that it had to be the president. So she let me know. She said, lady, I know that you have one ailment. And that ailment was your legs and not your ears. So I kissed her and said, it will be. And this is the thing that I try to carry out. Because when a person asks you to do something, and you promise them that you're going to do it, not knowing that she was going to pass before I pass. But she said, if I pass before you, I expect you to do this. And that I tried to do.
I noticed last night you presided at the ceremony and did an outstanding job along with the bacillus.
Well, yes. I wanted to introduce to those who did not know our purpose and who did not know Lola's standing in this sorority. And I wanted them to know that. And after that, I wanted to do what she asked, to follow the ritual from 1 through 15 as it was printed in our national guidebook. And for those who were there and participated, I want to say thank you. And those who were not there, I'm sure you wanted to be there. I'm going to say thank you also. Because one day we'll all will have to face the same thing that we were witnessing on yesterday.
And I understand that the services will be at the East 6th Street Christian Church, 1139 Northeast 6th Street. At what time?
At 11 o'clock.
At 11
this,
o'clock.
I will be there also.
I know that, lady. And while we are on, this portion of our program is brought to you by CP's Catfish, Miss Merlin's Gumbo. I know you're coming
I'm going to, right, we're trying to get ready to come out there and get some of that catfish gumbo and beans and rice.
How about that Clara Luper's lemonade?
And, oh, well, you know, we're going to get some of that. We do that each year. We come out each year to get some of that lemonade and catfish. So we will be coming of this year. So you can just look forward to us. And we got to get there before the rain because the man says it's going to be raining. So if we don't get there today, we sure going to have to be there on Monday.
Thank you so very kindly.
And good luck at the fair.
Oh, thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today Clara Luper is dedicating her whole show to Lola Greer in her memory. Sometimes there are people that do things. And when you look at an automobile, it might be beautiful on the outside. But what's really important is that motor and how it runs. Would you call me at 672-1220? Clara Luper? Hello?
Yes, Miss Luper?
Yes?
Yes, my name is Doris, and I think this is the same as Greer. There was a math teacher at Douglas
Yes,
High School.
yes,
Yes, I
yes.
was one of her students many years ago, in fact, in the 60s. And I would just like to say I'm sure there are many other students of Miss Greer's that just want to express our sympathy to the family and to let Oklahoma City know that she was one of the best math teachers that we have ever had. She taught us discipline. She showed us the simplicity of math and what it could mean to our life. Some would say that she was a hard teacher, but she was just a good teacher, and she demanded a lot of us. And we, especially the class of 1966 at Douglas High School, appreciated so very much what Miss Greer stood for and what she taught us. Her memories will always be with us. And we are, like I said, we like to express our sympathy to the family and to her sorority also.
All right, now, Doris, what is your last name?
My last name is Bonner.
No, what was your last name before?
And my last name was Chaplin in high school.
And you went to Douglas High School where Lola Greer taught.
Well, Lola Greer taught. She taught me in the 10th grade geometry and Algebra 2 in the 11th grade. And like I said, there were many students at Douglas who appreciated so very much what Miss Greer taught us about mathematics.
Well, thank you so very kindly for calling, and I do appreciate it.
Then.
Today's
Bye-bye.
program, bye-bye. Today's program is in memory of Lola B. Greer, a teacher, a founder of the Chi Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta sorority, a friend, a member of the East 6th Street Christian Church. And so many times we like to talk about people. And there are people that we can talk about. But today I will give you the opportunity to talk about Lola Greer. Because if you talk about Lola Greer, if you can catch the spirit of Lola Greer, this will be a better state, a better country, and that's what Lola wanted to do. If I can help somebody, she said, then my living will not be in vain. Yes, this is the Clara Luper radio show. Hello? Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. I hope that you know the fair is here, and it will be here until October the 1st. And if you do have an opportunity to attend, would you please check out CP's Catfish and Maryland's Gumbo? And I will guarantee you it is the best. Also, we had a wonderful meeting last Monday, and we intend to have one this Monday. So I'd like to see you all at Radio Land there. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter.
Okay, Coco, you didn't tell us what meeting and where.
This meeting is the NAACP Youth Council meeting. It will be at the Freedom Center at 7 o'clock every Monday night.
Well, thank you so very kindly. And are you coming to the fair?
Yes, I will. I'll be attending it.
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is the Clara Luper special that's being brought to you today by CP's Catfish and Miss Merlin's Gumbo and Miss Merlin's Rice and Beans. You wanted to know how did we come out yesterday? Well, yesterday the gumbo people beat us. More people at the fair bought more gumbo and rice than they did catfish, and I'm telling you, they really went to town. But that catfish will come through today because the catfish-eating people will be at the fair today. Mr. C.P. Wilson is cooking that catfish to your satisfaction. That's CP's Catfish. This is the 9th year. And when you can be on that fairground for 9 years and still have people coming up, where's CP's Catfish? Okay, let me tell you where CP's Catfish Cafe is and Miss Merlin's Gumbo. It's on Stagecoach Street in front of the Travel and Transportation Building. Now, don't you stop until you find it. And when you come into the fair, you can ask someone, or you can see those two huge airplanes from the United States Air Force. And you just come directly southwest of those airplanes on Stagecoach, and you cannot miss it. There are tables there for your conveniences, and then we have a team that's working hard to make sure that you're there. Calvin Luper has been serving as our public relations person for CP's Catfish and Miss Maryland's Gumbo and Miss Maryland's Beans and Rice. Mr. Chris Clack has been serving, working as our young man that takes care of all of your drink needs. He will get you some Clara Luper lemonade, Sprite, Cokes, and Dr. Pepper. On the fairground this year, you will notice that only Coca-Cola products are being sold, and they are all sold for the same price. So when you come up to my booth today, or go to Maryland's. Maryland does not have drinks, but she tell you to come next door to CP's Catfish and get your drinks. Remember, on the fairground, all of the prices are the same. And don't go in fussing at the vendors because the prices are not set by the vendors. If you don't like the prices of the drinks, I want you to go up to the office and tell Mr. Pierce, the board of directors, and those people that set the prices. Oh, it's interesting to be at the fair because you meet people all of the time, and Calvin is out to the fair, and I expect him to call me in a few minutes. In the meantime, CP's Catfish, Miss Maryland's Gumbo, Miss Maryland's Rice and Beans, so you like rice and beans, are dedicating this program in memory of Miss Lola B. Greer. Miss Lola B. Greer had a vision of her calling, a vision of making the world a better place, and it was so kind of Doris, a former student, to call and express her appreciation for her teacher. Lola Greer had an effort of living that spelled eternity. And although she's sleeping now, she's resting. Her work has been well done. And her work will never die because Kaiser Chapter, the East 6th Street Christian Church, the students that she touched will continue to live and grow and develop because they knew Lola Greer. She made a difference in the lives of people. The telephone number is 672-1220. So we are joining together today at 11 o'clock to bid our fond farewell to one of our founders. How do you feel when you know that your founder will no longer be with you to guide you through the turbulent days ahead? How do you feel? Well, you should feel happy because you had an opportunity to sit down and work with greatness. You had an opportunity to feel the heartbeat of a founder, to understand what it was all about. And this is Clara Luper, and hello. Hello?
Hello,
Yes.
I am Freddie Mae Stevens.
Oh, yes, Freddie Mae, thank God.
I am the 94-year-old.
And you are my news reporter.
I am. I've been knowing Lola ever since that she came out of college, and she taught at Archer Park for a while. And she taught at the 3rd grade in mathematics and arithmetic. And I worked just with her out there. There are a bunch of us. It's from Archer Park. Lola and myself and Ruby Dabney, Miss Hobbs, Maddie Counters,
We were all there just together. And Lola was outstanding, I'm telling you, in her work. And I want to tell you, I'll be out at the fair. And 94, I'll be there just to visit you and get your lemonade, and I don't know about the fish. And thank you.
Well, wait just a minute.
All right.
You know that I have a lot of respect for you, and you have never forgotten me. And whatever I am is because of people like you and Lola. You knew Lola as a teacher at Orchard Park School,
Over on the west side.
and she taught the 3rd grade.
That's right.
I didn't know that.
I did, because I taught just with her. My room was right next to hers.
Well, Doris has called me and told me that she was a strong, hard teacher. How was she at Orchard Park?
A strong teacher. A very strong, and she knew her work. And when those students left her room, her work, they knew just what they were doing. That's the next thing. Obedience was fine. It's with her.
You have taught in the Oklahoma City school system
At 45 years.
for 45 years.
At 25 at Orchard Park and 20 at Dunbar. Nothing but the kindergarten.
Nothing but kindergarten.
That's right.
Why would
Kindergarten major.
Why would anyone want to teach kindergarten?
It's the love of children and the care of children, because that's the first beginning of school and life is for a little child. And I love little children best of all, because that is the best time is to start, is to learning and getting along just with other people.
You enjoyed those years in the classroom.
Yes, I did.
I'm so happy you called this morning, because even out to the fair, people have come up to me and say, "Where's your 91-year-old
I'm
reporter?"
94 now.
Well, I'm telling you what they ask me. And I said, well, you know, I miss her more than you do, because she added so much to my program. And I'm looking forward when you will be back on every Saturday.
And thank you. I'll be 95 month after next.
And when is that?
November the 14th.
November the 14th, you'll be 95.
I'll be 95
And
month after next.
we're going to celebrate on November the 14th. We'll be celebrating your 95th birthday.
And thank you.
And thank you. Freddie Stevens has told us how she remembered Lola Greer. Did you know that she taught in West Town? Well, you know now, because Freddie has told you. Not only was she a good high school teacher, she was a great elementary teacher. Clara Luper, hello. Hello? Hello? I hope we're coming through all right. Hello? If you didn't get me, please try again. Call me.
Mr. Luper,
Yes.
my name is Alice Farmer,
Yes, Alice?
and I was a black before I married. And I'm one of them pupils that come up through Orchard Park, listen to me.
You did? Hello? Well, we punched the wrong button out here, so be sure and call me. So my producer out here has punched the wrong button. Hello? Hello? Okay, are we together now?
Hello,
Yes,
Miss Luper.
yes.
My name is Shirley Anderson, and used to be Shirley Briscoe. And I lived in West Town. And I'm so sorry to hear about Miss Greer. She taught me in the 3rd grade.
Wonderful!
Yes, she did.
Was she
a
tough?
good teacher.
Was she tough?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. And I just want to say that my prayers are with the family. And I'd like to say also that Miss Stevenson, she taught me in the kindergarten.
Really?
Yes, she did. And I don't live too far from Miss Stevenson, and I need to go by and talk to her. I know she knows who I am, if she's listening. And
What do you mean, if she's listening? She had better not miss the Clara Luper radio show.
But all of them were wonderful teachers. They all taught me. Miss Dabney, Miss Franklin, just all of them. And I'm just so sorry to hear that.
Oh,
But you know, we all got to pass that way one day. But my prayers are definitely with the family and the friends.
well, thank you so very kindly for calling.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm trying to get back in contact with Alice Black. Alice Black, please call me back. When your students can say you are great. Hello?
Miss Luper,
Yes.
this is me, Alice Black Farmer,
Okay, Alice
and I was
Black.
talking to you and it got cut off.
Okay, well, you're back
But
with me
this
now.
really bring back fond memories of my childhood in West Town. I grew up out there, and I listened to Miss Stevens talk. That was my kindergarten teacher back in the early 40s.
And you still remember those teachers?
Yes, and Miss Franklin was my first grade teacher, and Miss McFall was my second grade teacher, and Miss Greer was my third grade teacher. And Miss Greer was a wonderful teacher and a dedicated teacher. When you left her room, she made sure you know what she had taught you. And I can always remember, I always thought she was a beautiful woman because she always wore her hair back with a bun in the back. And I just sit here with mixed emotions, and I'd just like to call and express my sympathy to the family. And I was listening to Shirley Briscoe. That was one of my childhood friends. And Miss Greer had a niece named Irby, but she moved to California. So I'd just like to express to them all my sympathy, and I'll be in prayer with them. And Miss Luper, it's been good talking to you, and I can just remember Miss Bowens in the 5th grade teacher, and Mr. Rucker taught me in the 6th grade, and he passed on.
Well, that's really commendable for you to remember your teachers.
Well, you know what, Miss Luper, I remember more than you can tell me something yesterday, and I might not remember today, but I just sit here and just think about the days in West Town growing up at Orchard Park before I went to Wheatley. See, some kids don't even know about Wheatley School.
Well, why did you go to Wheatley? Did you leave Orchard Park to go to Wheatley?
That's where you went before you got to Douglas.
Oh, I
Because
see.
Wheatley was 7th, 8th, and 9th. But later on, I think when you got to about the 8th grade, you went to Douglas. I also went to Douglas on high.
Wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
I've been around here quite a while.
What-
And while I'm talking to you, I remember your mother and father in West Town.
Well, thank you, Ezel and Isabel Shepherd.
Yes, and Onita.
Oh, needed.
Onita stayed in West Town, and
The one thing about Onita,
and I'll be talking to one of your former friends, Miss Pravat, and we be talking about the deal that you're having in Hoffman. I
okay.
say Miss Luper never forgets her roots.
I better not forget them, because if you forget your roots, you'll fall.
And
Thank
I
you so.
just like to, I'm so seldom, I never tell you how much I appreciate you, because you go back a long time, Larry and Harry. You know, work with the NAACP.
Oh, do I remember the farmers? How could anybody forget those boys? Well, thank you so very kindly for calling me, and you know
Well,
I
I couldn't
appreciate
miss
it.
this opportunity
Okay.
to call.
Well, come and see me, okay?
All right, then. Thank you.
Okay, this is the Clara Luper radio show, and today we pause in memory of a school teacher, a friend, a church member, a community worker who worked quietly. They say still water is deep. You may call me at 672-1220, and if the line is busy, just call back. And I'm expecting Calvin to call me from the fairground if he's not too busy out there. And when you come out there, if you see people standing in line, it's worth standing in line to get some Miss Maryland's gumbo, Miss Maryland's beans and rice, and CP's catfish. And when you come up to my booth, don't just come up there and say, I want some lemonade. I want you to say, I want Clara Luper's lemonade. And some of you say, why did you say that? You notice Clara Luper's lemonade. Why don't you go tell Coca-Cola not to put so many Coca-Cola signs up there? Don't just pick on me, please. Don't pick on me. Maybe you better write me a song. Don't pick on me, because in first place we're so lucky. And while you're out there, if you want some barbecue, some good barbecue, I want you to go to the old-fashioned hometown barbecue. Mr. Knight is out there, and he's been out there about the same time that we were, and he is located on the far northeast side of the fair. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and this show today is dedicated to the memory of Mrs. Lola B. Greer, a school teacher, a friend, a member of the East Sixth Christian Church. And if you have something to say in memory of Lola B. Greer, call me at 672-1220. Clara, I want you to continue to do what you're doing. Don't worry about me. Yes, the years have been good to me. I've had a happy life. But now time is catching up with me. I can't see as well as I used to see. I've had to depend on other people. Flora Hamlin, Alma Washington, Mamie Jackson, Letty Ruth Hunter. Yes, I've had to depend upon others. But now I'm at rest. And you can tell the whole nation that Lola Greer lived. And she did her best during her time. And here's a song that we have ready in memory of Lola B. Greer. We have it. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and today Clara Luper pause in memory of Lola B. Greer, a school teacher of a friend. Yes, Lola taught math. She taught math in the confines of a classroom. Call it Archie Park, call it Douglas High School. But her greatest math lesson was taught by the way she lived. She multiplied her love. She divided her understanding. She went to the nth degree in helping and encouraging people. A teacher affects eternity. A teacher affects the thinking and the minds of future generations as it's passed on from mother to child. And then as the children become mothers, they pass it on to their children. An educator educates not for the time being, but for life. The influence that Lola Greer had on all of us will be felt each day of our lives. Whether we are working at Freedom Center, where she will come in quietly and watch the children and say, you all stay and take care of the children. Take care of the children. Stay here with the children. Take them on trips. Expose them to the real world. Thank you, Lola. We needed your motivation. We needed your love. We needed your compassion. We needed your concern. And today, as we say goodbye to you, that will not be the end. It will only be the beginning. Because you have touched our lives with eternal love. You have shown us what a Christian is supposed to do. You have taught us what sisterhood really meant. Oh yes, you donated a house to the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Oh yes, you have given scholarships and shoes and things for others. Because you knew what Jesus would do if he was here. The woods sometimes are lovely, dark, and deep. But Lola Greer had promises to keep, and she had to keep her promises. Let the facts then itself come out. Let us talk about Lola. I want you to have this opportunity. 672-1220. And if you call and the line is busy, just stay on the line because I'm going to do everything that I can to get to you. And we're here, and we're waiting on Ted now, and I hope Ted is back in so that we can continue with our calls. But if you're calling, please stay on the line. Please stay on the line. This is the Clara Luper radio show. This is Clara Luper asking you to call me at 672-1220. Ted is coming back in and we're going to get the telephone. This is Clara Luper. Yes, yes, yes. Hello? 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 Ted, we need some help. Hello?
Lola Greer.
Okay. Hello?
Hello,
Yes.
I'm Manice Barkley, a member of East 6th Street Christian Church, and I'm calling on behalf of Miss Lola Greer. She was a faithful and loyal member, and she asked me to take her to church, and I carried her to church about 2 years. And she loved the church and attended Sunday school and 11 o'clock service. She loved the children. And when we observed our 80th anniversary, she made a special request that the photographer take a picture of the children for the booklet. She paid for it. She was a generous giver to the church. Anytime we had a drive on, she was ready and willing to make a big contribution. So we will certainly miss her.
What year was that she had Shelley down?
Oh, it was probably about 2 years ago. And she even asked me to do some china painting for Shelley because she wanted Shelley to have something nice from the church.
And you did that painting and gave it to Shelley at her wedding.
Yeah. So I appreciate having known Miss Greer, and I have so many more things I could say about her, but I'll give other people a chance to talk. All right, goodbye.
And thank you so very kindly. You know, when your church member can say something good about you, that's something. Hello? This is Clara Luper, and I want you to talk because I have a promise that I'm keeping today. Hello? Okay, we're trying. We're really trying. This is the Clara Luper radio show. And today we pause in memory of Lola Greer. Calvin Luper. I can hear his voice. He's out to the state fair. He's excited. He knows that his mother's waiting on him. But he's working. Hello? Well, I've got to get him. Because nobody's asked him to sing out there, I don't think. Hello? Okay, we'll see. Ted, can you give me some help in getting Calvin? Okay, Calvin, will you be kind enough to call back?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Calvin.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I can barely hear you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Calvin. I'm trying to get in contact with you, and thank you, Ted has finally gotten it right.
For what?
Hello, Calvin.
Good morning, Mom. I want to say a good morning to you and to the entire listening audience. Sorry we're running a little late, but then things happen like that here at the State Fair. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming by. But we're here at CP's Catfish and Merlin's Gumbo, where we're getting ready for what we know is going to be a fantastic day. I want to personally invite everyone that's listening to the radio show this morning to come out to the Oklahoma State Fair, to the great Oklahoma State Fair. Be a part of this festive activity. See something different, learn something new. And it's all here at the State Fair of Oklahoma. The exhibits are fantastic, Coco. The displays that we have outside are just awesome. And we want you to come and to be a part of the Clara Luper, the CP, the Merlin Hildred, the Calvin, the gumbo experience, the beans and rice experience, and the catfish experience. And we're looking forward to it, Mom.
Will you describe that catfish to me?
Huh?
Would you describe the
Well,
catfish?
the catfish, as I've told thousands of people, is not just catfish. It's a fillet. It's fillet to the max. It's deep fried, golden brown. Mr. Wilson cooks it perfectly. The French fries that come on the dinner, golden brown also, and coleslaw, and of course, rainbow bread that we call earth grain bread now, but it's rainbow bread still. I mean, it is the meal of meals. I've had hundreds of people that have been by here who have complimented us not only on the taste, but also how good the food looked. You know, one thing about good food is when it looks good, it tastes better, and that's what's happening here at CP's Catfish, Merlin's Gumbo, directly across from the ejection seat. We're doing it, and we're doing it right, and we're so, you know, it's been such an exciting time to see the response from our good friends, from our old friends, and from the many new friends that we've made that come to the Travel Transportation Building on the north side. They go in the Travel Transportation Building, look at the beautiful new cars, or over at the Toyota display that's directly across from us, and then they come over here and enjoy the softest seats.
Hello, something has happened. We always, I don't know, something has happened, ladies and gentlemen, and we wanted to hear the rest of Calvin's story. Maybe he'll call us back here at 672-1220. I want you to come to the state fair. When you come to the state fair, you don't have to run up and say, Miss Luper, I love you. I'm going to ask you if you love me enough to buy some catfish or gumbo. What will win today and the next few days? Will it be the gumbo or will it be the catfish? And the closing 5 minutes of this show, I want you to call me and tell me. I want you to either say gumbo or I want you to say catfish. This is quite interesting. Clara, keep doing what you're doing. Calvin, hello?
Hello,
Yes.
this is Eunice Farbs Sora Luper. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm a little late getting in to say a few words regarding Lola Greer. May I still do so?
Of course you can do it.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate your doing this. Just want to say that Sora Greer has been a mentor, a wonderful, shining example of caring, finer womanhood, and all of those things that are exemplary of a person well qualified who dedicated her life to service to others. And we will certainly hold her in our memory.
How long have you known Sora?
I've
Greer?
known Sora Greer probably 40 years, mostly because I met her just through a professional setting, and then later I worked Oklahoma City Public Schools as a math teacher, and so she was sort of a mentor for me, and just always graciously helpful and doing things that would promote education for young people and the standards that we all hold so high.
It's very kind of you to call me from Atlanta.
And I appreciate you, Sir Luper. I'm not going to be there to buy some catfish, but I do love you.
Well, thank you for loving me, and I love you too. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This is the Clara Luper's radio show, and today's show is in memory of Lola Greer. As I conclude this tribute to Lola, I want you to know that she had a vision of God's will. She was willing to work. She was willing to multiply love and had enough love for all of us. And as a personal note, she was always with Clara Luper. And yesterday evening as I walked into Rob's funeral home, a beautiful nurse who had nursed her during the closing years of her life said, at 9 o'clock every Saturday, she would tell me, you get that radio and get Clara Luper. In some way, I believe that she's looking down on me now. In some way, I feel that she's proud of the fact that today I'm giving you, the people, to talk, a chance to talk about Lola Greer. But so the story goes. And so the years will roll, and as the years relentlessly roll into history, written on the pages of life will be the story of Lola Greer. And today, we will say goodbye to Lola formally, but we will say hello to her work, and we will continue to live in her spirit. We will continue to multiply our love and our understanding, our concern for others. And we will continue to help, and we will continue to support. And Calvin wanted to say in his closing moments, before we went off the air and we were cut off.
I'm gone again.
Okay, you can get to say what you want to in
Hello?
memory. Yes, Calvin.
Yes, Mom, I want to join with you in expressing my sympathy personally and the sympathy from Maryland, Mr. Wilson, all of us on the loss of a good friend and a great friend, young lady that was my teacher and my inspiration over the years. And I want to join with you in saying what you've said about Mrs. Greer. And I know she is proud of us. I know that she's always been proud of people, her students that have accomplished things. She was a proud Zeta. She was a proud person. I'm glad that I had an opportunity in this little short time down here on earth that we call life, that we've had a chance to be taught by, to be inspired by, to be motivated by Mrs. Lola Greer. Thank you, Mrs. Greer. But I've told you that before you passed, and I'm letting all of you know publicly now that she is a friend, she is a motivation to all of us. Mom, going on with the, talking about the State Fair, we're getting ready to open, and this will be a tough day. We know that they will be having the services for Mrs. Greer, but Mrs. Greer taught me one thing there. She taught me my math. She taught me math in such a way that I never have forgotten it, and I treasure those moments in her classroom because I carried it through college and through the service days and even now. So, Mrs. Greer, thank you. But then we're here at the State Fair, and we invite you to come by. CP's Catfish and Merlin's Gumbo. Enjoy yourself. We're directly across from the ejection seat. We're on the north side of the Travel Transportation Building, and we will be here for you. No, I will not be singing Happy Birthday because I only have one person, Mom, that I'm going to sing to today, and that's a good friend that we met out here, and that's a little lady named Crystal. Shall I do it now or shall I go on?
No, you better do it now.
Okay. Happy birthday, Crystal. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crystal. And may you have many, many more. Hey, I'm out here, CP's Catfish, directly across from the ejection seat. Come by and visit, but more, come by and enjoy this great catfish. I'll see you later, Mom.
Okay, those of you that be visiting the fair, you will be able to see and touch Calvin Luper, the man that truly cannot sing. Don't take my word for it. Take Miss Burkhalter's word for it. Don't forget Women's Day at Fifth Street Baptist Church. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Simpson will be the speaker, and there will be a service at 4 o'clock. They're having a workshop there today. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and so the story goes. So the years will roll, and each year the members of the Chi Zeta chapter will gather in memory of Lola Greer. Let the facts be told. Let's tell it to our children. Let's tell them stories of a school teacher that divided her love, that multiplied her love and multiplied her concern for people. Let the facts speak for itself. Yes, Lola, thank you. Clara Luper knows that I would not be where I am today if it had not been for people like you and others that have helped me. I shall never forget where I came from, because that's where I came from. I'm from Hoffman, I'm from Grayson, I'm from Langston University, but I have a part of all of you. I'm from Oklahoma University. Yes, this has been the Clara Luper radio show today. And today we paused in memory of Lola Greer. And as we close, where can we find someone that will pick up the torch now? Who will care whether or not we send our young people to conventions? Who will care if we finish the job? God gave us Lola Greer, and we shall always remember her kindness, her understanding, her love, and her concern. And someday there will be a great boule where we will all meet together. In the meantime, today I shall join others in saying goodbye to my sorrow, to my friend, and to one that helped me when I needed help, one that stood by me and stood up for me. Lola last year asked me to do her a favor, and that is to sponsor Miss Merry Christmas, and I did it, Lola, in spite of the fact that I was loaded with work. And this is Clara Luper, and I'll see you today. Not only will I see you at the services for Sarah Greer, but I will see you at the state fair. And remember, this is the only state fair where you can get Clara Luper's lemonade, CP's catfish, and Miss Maryland's gumbo, and Miss Maryland's beans and rice. And until next Saturday at the same time, this is Clara Luper saying, continue to pray.